It's time for Penn State Football Two-A-Days from Blue White Illustrated. This week, we're getting you ready for spring practice by breaking down each position. Today, we're focusing on running backs and defensive tackles. Be sure to hit the like button and help us get this video to 500 likes. Seriously, I cannot tell you how helpful that is. Penn State's running back room is special. There's no other way to put it. Former five-star recruit Nicholas Singleton proved his potential in year one at Penn State, rushing for 1,061 yards and 12 touchdowns, despite sharing the load with teammate Kaytron Allen. The Pennsylvania native combines explosive speed with a violent running style and now elite size. After a second rotation through Penn State's weightlifting program, the sophomore tailback is listed at 228 pounds on the roster. That is an elite tailback size. The college football world is waiting to see what he can do in year two. Next to him is fellow sophomore Kaytron Allen. The slippery tailback broke 46 tackles on run plays last season and another 5 on receptions, according to PFF. Allen is a patient, mature runner that packed on the muscle this offseason to keep up with his teammate. Allen is now listed at 217 pounds on the Penn State roster, giving him more power behind his pads. With a well-rounded game, he's the type of do-it-all back that works perfectly with Singleton and can slip into any scenario or situation and provide you positive play. But, like at quarterback, things get murky after that. Allen and Singleton are the only two scholarship running backs on the roster, and that's a problem. It's a problem that the team is navigating this spring, says head coach James Franklin.
Whether the third back comes from who we currently have in the program or whether the third back comes from an incoming freshman, that's what we got to figure out between this spring and then summer camp as well, for depth, but also to make sure that we're not overworking those two guys either.
But let's be real for a second. Singleton and Allen are the key to Penn State's offense in 2023. Both players need to make strides this spring so that the team can rely on them as consistent offensive forces. With a new quarterback under center, the best-case scenario is that both Penn State runners thrive in their second year and take the pressure off of the new starting quarterback. Everything is easier when the defensive coordinator is terrified of your play-action game. Up next, we have the defensive tackle rotation. It was a major talking point in head coach James Franklin's opening press conference on Tuesday. He wants more out of this group.
I would like us to be a little bit bigger at D tackle. I think there's some games where we're able to get away with it because of our athleticism and our quickness. But to win the way we want to win, we need both. We need size and quickness and athleticism. I think Deion's going to be able to build off of what we've done the last couple of years, but I also think he's going to put his stamp on it as well. I know one of the things that's really important to him is, effort. And I think, that sounds like a simple thing, but we think there's a little bit left in the tank to get our guys to play on a different level, when it comes to effort.
Franklin is excited about the team's depth, though, returning players with experience, all of whom might not show up right away in spring, though. A key defensive tackle will start off slow thanks to an offseason injury.
Beeman, Elise, Durant, Vandenberg, those guys. And then we have some guys, obviously, as you guys know, Izzard has played a ton of football. I'm not sure how much he'll be able to go this spring with some bumps and bruises that you guys will find out about, obviously, when you come out to practice.
There are few places that this Penn State team needs a bona fide answer heading into spring football. But new defensive line coach Deion Barnes' first order of business is to find a player to replace P.J. Mustipher in the rotation. Mustipher wasn't an elite player, but he was productive during his time at Penn State. All 5 of the players that Franklin mentioned have played, but none have been standout stars for more than a few plays or moments in a season. From a run defense perspective, PFF charted Mustipher with 22 run game tackles, good for 14th in the Big Ten. While that's not an outstanding number, the next closest Nittany Lion on the list was Hakeem Beeman with 11. Things are slightly more optimistic from a pass rushing perspective, where Beeman generated 19 pressures. That was 10th of the Big Ten last year and led the Nittany Lions. Sophomore Zane Durant can change this figure as well. He managed 11 in a limited role last year and could give Penn State a spark in several different areas. But No matter who it is, someone has to step up and make plays against the run and the pass for this team to win games that it wants to win next year. That's it for Penn State Two-A-Days. I'm Thomas Frank Carr. Right now, if you subscribe to Blue White Illustrated, you'll get 4 months for $10. Check out more at bluewhiteillustrated.com. Link is in the description of the video. Get our spring special and get inside access to BWI.